We're doing stuff today. Today we're making dehydrated meals. I've got a big backpacking trip coming up. Me and a bunch of friends that I met on the AT are going to go do the Wonderland Trail in a couple of weeks. And I don't want to pay $20 for a dehydrated dinner every single night. And I also don't want to eat a bunch of ramen and honey buns and a bunch of stuff that's going to make me feel like crap. So I looked into the world of dehydrated foods, I bought myself a dehydrator. I looked online and found a bunch of stuff that I could just toss together and heat together with water. And then I wrote up a bunch of recipes with a bunch of nutrients and a bunch of macros. And today we are going to do the hard work of putting together 8 nights worth of backpacking meals. I've got all sorts of goodies in these bags, so let's just go ahead and dump everything out and take inventory. We've got some cheap Vietnamese rice noodles that I got at the Vietnamese market. We've got some instant brown rice. We've got some coconut milk powder. We've got some PB2. We've got a huge thing of dehydrated vegetables. We've got some protein powder. We've got some black bean flakes, textured vegetable protein, chia seeds, some chickpeas I dehydrated straight out of the can. We've got some couscous. We've got some oats. We've got all sorts of seasonings: Thai red curry seasoning, cinnamon, Mexican fiesta seasoning, salt, sesame seeds, some Mediterranean seasoning, and of course we have a bunch of Mylar bags and some oxygen absorbers. I've also got some measuring cups and measuring spoons, and a Sharpie. So I know that this looks like a lot, and it is. I would say I probably spent about $200 on all this, but if you think about that in terms of dehydrated backpacking meals you might get from Peak Refuel or Backpacker's Pantry or any of that stuff, those usually go anywhere from $10 to $20 a pop, and I'm going to get way more than 10 to 20 meals out of all this together. So at the end of the day, I think I'm saving a lot of money, and I'm going to have a nice variety of dinners when I'm on trail. So the first thing we're going to do is start with the vermicelli noodle recipes. The first recipe I'm going to start with is the Thai red curry noodle. For this, I'm going to need a Mylar bag, some vermicelli noodles, the Thai red curry seasoning, TVP, some dehydrated vegetables, coconut milk powder, and some sesame seeds. So I've made this recipe once before, and I did really like it. I added too many noodles the first time though, and I feel like all the good stuff sunk to the bottom. So by the time I was done with all the noodles, I had to eat all the mushy tofu and whatever that had sunk to the bottom. So this time I'm going to do less noodles. I'm going to do a better job of mixing it up. And when I do go backpacking, I'm going to bring a collapsible folding bowl with me so I can dump it all out into the bowl and eat it that way instead of just digging through the bag for dinner. So let's get started. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go in with 1 serving of vermicelli noodles, and I'm gonna break these up so that they're easier to eat. Listen to that ASMR. We need half a cup of soy protein. And again, you don't have to use TVP. If you eat meat, feel free to add any sort of dehydrated meat to this, or just bring a chicken packet or a tuna packet with you on your trip and just add that to the finished product. In it goes. You need a couple tablespoons of dehydrated veggies. Now I like these because these are already pre-seasoned, so they already have a good flavor to them. You got peppers, carrots, potatoes, onions, cabbage, and celery in here. And I like it because I can basically just add vegetables to anything, and they're all super neutral flavors, so no matter what I put it with, it's going to taste good. So we're going to do about 3 tablespoons of veggies. 4 tablespoons. Now we're going to throw in some coconut milk powder. And I like coconut milk powder because it's super calorically dense. 1 tablespoon is 50 calories, so if I put 3 in here, that's an extra 150 calories. It's got some sugar in it, it's got some fat in it, so lots of good stuff. And finally, we're just gonna toss in some seasonings. First, the Thai red curry seasoning. This is from iSpice. This stuff is spicy, but it's so good. Just tossing in a healthy amount there. Some sesame seeds. And some salt. Now we're just gonna shake it up. That's it. We're gonna toss in the oxygen absorber, we're gonna label it, and then we're done with it. Now, when it's all said and done, this meal cost me about $2.75, and of all of the meals of this series, I would say that this one is probably the least calorically dense and has the least amount of protein. However, if it is a later hiking day or I just don't have much of an appetite, I'm going to be happy that I have this in my kit. Next up is Thai peanut noodle. For this one, we're going to need all the same stuff. We're going to add PB2. PB2 is literally just dehydrated peanut butter. So we're going to add all the same stuff. But this time we're going to add 4 tablespoons of PB2. We'll give her a shake. And she's done. Now the Thai peanut vermicelli noodle bowl comes out to $3.43, and that is just because we added the PB2, so it's a little bit more expensive. This one comes out to 636 calories and nearly 40 grams of protein. Next up is Thai peanut rice. It's gonna be all the same stuff except we're just adding rice. I feel like you guys are probably catching on by now. A lot of these are just the same recipe, but we're switching up the grains or we are switching up the flavor profile, but this just means that we can be really modular with our recipes and we don't have to be locked into one flavor. So I'll be honest with the brown rice, I'm not 100% confident that it's going to rehydrate the way that I want it to, so I'm going to cold soak it for a little bit before I even get to camp to give it a chance to really soften up, and then I'll go in with the hot water just to really guarantee that it's soft and I'm not stuck eating crunchy brown rice. And I'm just gonna go ahead and save you the time. Literally, this is the exact same recipe as the Thai peanut nudes, but we're subbing the noodles for 1 cup of instant brown rice. Seriously, literally everything else is exactly the same. Now this recipe comes out to $3.23 when it's all said and done, and this one has quite a bit more calories than the vermicelli noodle recipes at 810 calories and a whopping 42 grams of protein. And here's me stopping for a quick lunch break. Yes, that is vermicelli noodles and dehydrated veggies. All right, so I stopped for a lunch break and now we are going to switch it up and we're going to make a Mexican black bean fiesta bag situation. So I got rid of the coconut milk powder, I got rid of the PB2, the Thai curry seasoning, the sesame seeds, all that stuff, and now we are left with some brown rice, some black bean flakes, the veggies, and some salt and some Mexican fiesta seasoning. So for this recipe, we're going to start off with about a 1/4 cup of dehydrated veggies. So a serving size of the black beans is a 1/3 cup, which is, it seems a little bit light to me, so we're gonna go for 2/3 cup for 240 calories. Never used these before, they look pretty good. Hopefully they rehydrate well. This one is super easy. We're basically almost done. This seasoning has chili peppers, onion, tomato powder, paprika, cumin, garlic, cilantro, oregano, cayenne, lemon peel. Just gonna toss a healthy dose in there. Some salt. Give her a shake. I'm actually gonna add a little bit more black beans. And we're done. And I'm actually gonna be bringing 2 of these on the trip, so let's make another one. Now the Mexican Fiesta Black Bean Instant Brown Rice Bowl with only the black beans in there comes out to $3.79, 770 calories, and 34 grams of protein. And if you have the black beans and add 1/2 cup of the TVP, you're gonna come out to $3.09, 700 total calories, and 36 grams of protein. All right, now we're gonna put all this away because we are going to be making something with couscous. And again, we're gonna be making 2 of these. 1 cup of couscous. And the nice thing about couscous is that it also can cold soak pretty well. So if I'm running low on fuel, which I don't expect to happen, or I just don't feel like cooking, maybe it's raining outside, or I'm feeling lazy, I can just toss a bunch of water in here and it'll do the work for me. Now we're going to divide up these chickpeas into both of these bags. About a 1/2 cup of dehydrated chickpeas in each of these bags. Now 1/2 cup of TVP per bag. Now a 1/4 cup of veggies. Now these are likely going to be my most calorically dense meal of the entire trip. Both of these are. So my plan is to bring 1 on each leg of the trip because we're going to do a resupply in the middle. So first half I will bring this bag, second half I'll bring this bag. So that way if I have a particularly taxing day on either side of the trip, I can smash one of these. And they're also, I'd say, probably the heavier of all the meals. So that way I don't have to carry all the weight. Now we're just going with some Mediterranean seasoning and we're all done. Mediterranean seasoning is onion, spices and herbs, garlic and sea salt. You'd think they would tell you what herbs. Smells good. Party. And that's 2 meals down. Now the Mediterranean chickpea bowls are by far my most calorically dense and protein-packed meals of the trip.
Each of these is going to come out to 1,170 calories and 56 grams of protein, 170 grams of fats, and 55 carbs. They are pretty heavy, but they are definitely going to help me rebuild my strength and keep my energy high for the next day of hiking.
All right, and this one is just for funsies. I thought it would be fun. I'm gonna be making like a oaty, chocolatey, coconutty, proteiny sort of dessert style dinner. My thought is I'm probably gonna get to a point when I'm hiking where all I want is dessert, like a Snickers bar or like a big piece of cake or something, and this hopefully will satisfy the craving. It also will be filled with protein, so hopefully I can make up for all the protein I likely will not be eating over the course of the trip. We're going to need salt, PB2, cinnamon, some quick oats. This is not old-fashioned oats, and this is not steel-cut oats. These are instant oats. Very important. Chia seeds, protein powder, and coconut milk powder. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes to make a big breakfast before you get out and start hiking for the day, you could definitely do this for breakfast. I'm not really a cook my breakfast kind of gal. I like to drink instant coffee cold, or just eat the coffee packet, or start walking and then immediately start eating candy. So I'm not the best example for breakfast. So if you're better than me, definitely you can have this for breakfast. I will be eating this as like a dessert style dinner. Okay, so to start off with, we're going in with 1 full cup of oats. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 scoops of coconut milk powder. We are doing 4 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter. Doing 1 scoop of chocolate protein powder. Now I like to use Orgain, but honestly you could use whatever brand you want. And 2.5 tablespoons of chia seeds. I like chia seeds because they have a lot of fiber and they're also really calorically dense. 2 tablespoons has 130 calories. There's a lot of healthy fats in here, 5 grams of protein, so good to have some chia seeds. Now some cinnamon. They say it helps with inflammation. I just like how it tastes. All right, so now that everything is in there, I'm gonna give her a little shake. Now this whole thing I think is about like 900 calories, so I have a feeling that I'm probably going to eat half of this at night and then throw it in the bear box and then eat the rest in the morning.
So the chocolate peanut butter coconut chia seed protein oats come out to about $3.30 for 1 bag. That is 830 calories and 53 grams of protein.
And we're done. And that is everything. We got our oats, we got our Mediterranean bowls, we got our Fiesta bowls, we got our peanut rice, and we have our Thai peanut noodles and our Thai red curry noodles. So when it's all said and done, I want to say that all this together costs me about $20 when you take into account price per serving and the amount of servings of each ingredient and all these bags, etc., etc. I'm going to include a link to the nutrient breakdown and all the price breakdowns, whatever, in the description, just so you guys can reference it if you want to. I got kind of nerdy with it, and I'm really proud of all this. I'm excited to see how it turns out. I think I'm going to be eating really, really well on the Wonderland Trail. I would love to know which of these recipes you're going to try, or if you're not going to try any of them, what do you guys eat when you're on trail? Let me know. Anyway, my name is Sassafras. I'm with the Trek. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment below. And if you want to see more content from me or the Trek, please subscribe. And if you want to follow along with my Wonderland Trail through hike, make sure that you're following this channel. I'm going to be posting a gear review soon of all the gear I'll be bringing on trail, as well as some vlogs about my time actually hiking. So if that interests you, definitely make sure to follow along. And that's all for today. Happy hiking!